So Doctor Who is finally back after more than a year being off the air, and it came back with its part one of the 60th anniversary called The Star Beast. And I have lots and lots to say and a lot to break down. Spoilers ahead. So with that all out of the way.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of pure imagination. Take a look and you'll see into your imagination.
So after more than a year of being off the air, Doctor Who is finally back, and I gotta say, it was good. I'm just glad that there's finally a good episode of Doctor Who again, and this is probably the first episode I've liked since Twice Upon a Time. Like, it's been such a long time since I've liked an episode of Doctor Who or thought it was genuinely good. Also, it was just awesome to see David Tennant back as the Doctor. To see that man back in action always brings me a smile, and it just brings me back to the days when I was a kid and growing up on Doctor Who, growing up with David Tennant as the Doctor. Also, it was really nice to have Murray Gold back. His music was missed throughout Jodie Whittaker's era. I wonder what he would have done with the music during her era or what theme he would have given her, but I'm so happy he's back. To me, Murray Gold is what John Williams is to Star Wars. Murray Gold is just perfect for Doctor Who, and his music is just perfect, and it just makes Doctor Who even better. And it also keeps me engaged too, and that's something I really would like to highlight about this episode. Throughout the entire run, I was just drawn in. I was engaged into what was going on with the story, even though I didn't think the story was amazing or great, and I think there were some really stupid parts in it. I was invested into the story of what was going on, not just because it was David Tennant and 10th Doctor is back, but as the 14th Doctor. The writing and just the atmosphere of the entire episode, just it kept me engaged, and also the music kept me engaged with the entire story and invested. It was phenomenal. But yeah, let's talk about the story. And I have a lot of different thoughts about the story, a lot of positive, some negative, and just some concerning aspects, and some things I would like to see. A lot of the positive, like I said, I was invested throughout the entire episode. The writing was so much better than what we have gotten in the past 5 years, and it was just solid. It was just solid writing, in my opinion, because film is subjective. Movies, TV shows, all that is subjective, and in my opinion, I felt like the writing was good, or it fit my tastes. And it was genuinely funny. I laughed quite a few times throughout this episode. I was like, this is pretty funny, and just like a skinny man. I know we saw that in the trailers, but that whole sequence in the beginning of the episode where Donna sees the Doctor, it was just, I found it to be quite enjoyable, and I thought it was funny. Also, I should talk about Donna a little bit. I'm not really the biggest Donna fan. I think she was my least favorite companion in New Who. I didn't dislike her. I didn't think she was that good either. She thought she was a little annoying at sometimes, in my opinion. So much better than anything we've gotten in the Chibnall era when it comes to companions. But I wasn't like super excited to see Donna or anything. I was just like, that's cool. And in the episode, I thought she was just fine. She was just her normal Donna self, and I really don't have any sort of strong feelings for her. I just think she's kind of a bland, a little bit of an annoying companion with some cool moments. And I did like her ending in the original Russell T Davies era where she forgot everything. I thought that was really tragic and really cool to get such a tragic story for a companion to end like that. So yeah, there was Donna, and then there was also her daughter, Rose. I thought Rose was an okay character. She was just kind of there for me. And it was kind of weird how she was connected to the meta-crisis stuff. And, it just is what it is, I guess. And then there's Meep, the villain. I saw that coming. And I think everyone knew he was a villain. I think he was a villain, Meep the Meep, in a comic or something. And I'm sure people that did not know about Meep the Meep, they were pretty much shocked. Because it's like, how could this cute creature be such a horrible villain or whatever? But yeah, Meep, it was okay. And there was also some sort of tease at the end of the episode where it was like, oh, I'm going to tell the boss. And who that boss is, we do not know. Maybe it's something to do with the 60th anniversary, or it might have something to do with the new Ncuti Gatwa era. We will find out, I'm sure, eventually. Also, I thought Meep looked really good. I liked how it was practical and it was a puppet. It wasn't some sort of CGI crap or whatever. And puppet, then the effects in the whole episode and just like the makeup and the characters and the aliens, I thought they all looked really, really good for Doctor Who. Because sometimes it doesn't really look good, and that's because of the budget. Budget's obviously increased, and for the better, it looks amazing. In this episode, you can really tell that there's a lot of budget put into Doctor Who now, which I love. But yeah, Meep looked really good, and whoever made the puppet did a phenomenal job with it. Now let's talk about some of the stuff that didn't make the episode great, and I feel like there were some pretty big issues with the episode. But before I get into the negatives, I just want to say I'm really happy that I enjoyed an episode of Doctor Who, but this wasn't a great episode or anything, and there's stuff that's keeping it from being great. It's good in my opinion. And some of the stuff I disliked was like the ending of the episode, or like near the ending. First off, didn't like how Donna she just remembers the doctor without any sort of consequence, in my opinion. Maybe there will be a consequence of some kind. I really thought she should have died, like when they were setting up that one scene where she was about to die. I was like, oh crap, wow, this is like having stakes, and I thought the ending was kind of, her death, or was supposed to be her death, was kind of rushed, and I thought it felt kind of cheap, but I was just kind of still like, wow, this was good. This is like, she's sacrificing herself for her daughter. Like, this is some good stuff. And then she ends up being alive, and it's like, oh, the meta crisis went into her daughter Rose, and it split or whatever. And then there was something about how the doctor is a male and the female and non-binary and binary, and it was just, I don't know, I thought it was kind of stupid, that whole sequence of events. And then they just were able to let go of the meta crisis inside them because they're women or something like that, and they can let things go. Thought that was also kind of stupid. It wasn't, I was like, what the heck is going on here? Yeah, it was just, I don't know, I thought it was kind of lazy and kind of rushed. I think Donna should have died at that moment where the doctor was holding her in her arms. I was like, oh wow, okay, this is really good stuff, and I was hoping to see a reaction from her death, but she didn't die, and she just remembers the doctor now without any sort of consequence. And maybe there will be a consequence, like I said, and also maybe Donna's possibly being mind controlled now or something, but maybe by the toy maker, because she just spilled the coffee and the TARDIS went boom. I thought that was dumb, and I'm hoping that she did that on purpose because it's not really Donna, or some sort of cool explanation. Also, I wanted to see more of David Tennant just being like surprised that he's back, and I was hoping for more WTF moments, like, oh my god, I'm like back, what is going on, my face is back, what, it's like, it wasn't really acknowledged much. I mean, it was acknowledged, don't get me wrong. I just thought I wanted to see more of a reaction with it, and I wanted to see more like in a post regeneration mindset, like how when the doctor first regenerates, he's kind of loony for a bit. David Tennant wasn't really loony. It was just like the 10th Doctor, or the 14th Doctor, my apologies. He wasn't really loony. He was just kind of like his normal 10th Doctor self. Maybe a little bit different from the 10th Doctor, but it felt like 10th Doctor 2.0, and it was kind of like he never changed. I did like the references to his previous Doctors from like 10 to 14, like he mentioned 11, 12, and 13. I thought that was pretty cool, briefly mentioned. Also, maybe he could have made like a reaction that he's like kind of surprised that he's a guy again, like he was a woman for a pretty long time, and now he's back to being guy. Maybe like have a bit of a reaction to that, to having different parts again, be like, oh my god, what, I'm no longer a woman, or something. But it wasn't really anything, I was hoping for more reaction. That was just something I wanted more than I thought was bad or anything like that. So far, this was a good episode, a good start to the 60th anniversary. Not a great start. Hoping that there's going to be more elements to the 60th anniversary other than it being references to the old Russell T Davies era. Maybe some other companions, maybe a little bit of a multi-doctor story, please. I know that we probably are not going to get that. I really wanted to see Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi. This is a 60th anniversary. This isn't an anniversary of the Russell T Davies era. Because so far, that's what it feels like. And if we're going to get that for the whole anniversary, then that's going to be a little disappointing. Not saying it's going to be bad. It's just going to be disappointing. And I was kind of hoping for maybe a multi-doctor story, and maybe in the third part of the episode, or maybe just seeing old companions again or something. But yeah, it was good. And it was cool to see David Tennant back. Always a pleasure to see him. And glad he is the 14th Doctor. And yeah, I'm going to give the first part of the 60th anniversary a 75%. Doctor Who is back, and it's good. So yay, we got a good episode of Doctor Who. Doctor Who's good again. I hope everyone feels like this was good. I'm sure there's going to be people that have problems with the episode. And I mean, just hate the episode and just like think it's the worst thing ever or something like that. I really don't know. I thought it was good. I thought it was solid. Nothing great though. Hopefully it gets good or becomes great in the next couple episodes. I doubt it's going to turn bad or anything like that. Also, I think Donna might be a villain or something's up with her still. I'm just hoping that she goes back to losing her memories or possibly dying by the end of the special or by the end of the next episode of the special or something. Yeah, I'm just excited for the next episode of the 60th anniversary.